All right, hello. Welcome back to the Thomas Fitch Sports Show. A lot of stuff to get to today. Men's basketball continues to struggle, but women's basketball is getting hot at the right time. We have some Olympic talk, some brief NBA talk, and we have guest Nick Kucholtz joining us. So let's get started. Nick? It's glad to have you on the show.
Thomas, I was hoping one day I'd get the invitation to come on, and I'm glad it finally happened.
Oh, that's awesome.
Glad to be here.
That's awesome. So, it's a sad day because football, we have one bullet point.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a good thing, though.
That's true. There's not a lot of stuff to talk about. But the one bullet point is that Calvin Anderson, the Rice graduate transfer, will be announcing Saturday between us, OU, Michigan State, and Auburn. So that'll be big. Herman could use to get that offensive lineman, and that was talking football. So let's move on to basketball because basketball has been a struggle. Lost the last 3 games after the big win against OU. Doesn't feel like there's a lot of hope left for this team at all. Last 2 home games were losses to unranked teams. That's just, you can't have that. Nick, do you think this is more Shaka's doing, or is this on the players?
I have to say, when he first got on campus, and throughout really almost his entire time here, I've been a big Shaka supporter. I like the guy a lot, and I think he's a very talented basketball coach, but at a certain point when you have the talent that he's had last year in Jared Allen, and Andrew Jones last year, and then this year with a lottery draft pick in Mo Bamba, and you're still underperforming as much as Texas is, I think you have to put a lot of the blame on Shaka. And at some point, the excuses run out. Again, I think he's a great coach, but so many inexcusable losses at Oklahoma State. I thought Baylor at home, they should have lost that game, especially knowing the stakes of it heading into it.
Right.
Just a lot of disappointing results. And I think it's different in a conference like the Big 12. I think it's different if you play and you just simply get outplayed by the team you're going up against. If they're just a better team than you are and you played a decent basketball game, sometimes you can't control that. But this team has been bad, especially late in the games, and it feels like every game they go on that 5-minute scoring drought. And so they've shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, that last 5 minutes, it does feel like every game. Is that, obviously there's some coaching that comes into that, but is that also just an exhaustion from this team? Obviously, now without Andrew Jones, you lose big depth at the guard position. Do you think that exhaustion factors into that drought at the end of games?
It certainly has to. I wouldn't, and as I just criticized Shaka, I wouldn't put all the blame on him. It's certainly on the players a lot as well. But I think at the end of the game they look worn out and they're running out of energy, and some guys don't look like they're giving 100% effort throughout all 40 minutes of the game. So it's certainly on the players as well a little bit. It's not all just on Coach Smart.
Right. It'll be interesting to see if we can make the tournament, but if Texas doesn't make the tournament, does Shaka stick around in Austin?
Because of his buyout, the only reason in my eyes why he would get fired this year would be because of Del Conte now, a new CDC being the new athletic director. I think his buyout is too much. To
$15 million if he was to be fired this year.
I don't know if you can fire him yet, and I can definitely see maybe why people are wanting a change, knowing that there's been so much talent on the 40 acres. But yet Texas is on the verge of not making the tournament for the second year in a row, despite the fact having a first-round draft pick last year and about to have a lottery pick this year. So I can certainly understand the frustration and disappointment that the Texas fan base is going through. But I don't know. I don't think you can fire him yet, only because of, like you said, that $15 million buyout. I know Texas has a lot of money, but I think it might be too early yet. I'd be very surprised if he's not the coach come the first game of next season.
Yeah, and it always looks bad on a program having to buy out a coach.
Right.
So, we have 5 games left, I think.
5 games left. Big 12 tournament.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think we make the tournament? Is there any way? What's our route?
I think there's a way, but 11 losses already. You have at Oklahoma on Saturday. They've only lost one home. They're on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah.
But they've only lost one home game this year. That was to West Virginia, and it was by 2 points.
Yeah.
So they're a very good team at home. You have at Kansas State, who already beat you in Austin.
Yeah.
You have Oklahoma State in Austin. If you don't win that game, you don't deserve to make the tournament.
Right.
But after that, at Kansas, and West Virginia at home. I mean, that could very well be 4 out of 5 losses. That's already 15 losses before even going into the Big 12 tournament. So I think they would have to pull out probably 2 wins. They shouldn't. I think knowing that OU's on a 4-game losing streak, I think they have to find a way to win Saturday. At K-State's going to be tough. You have to beat Oklahoma State. If you could somehow upset Kansas or West Virginia, maybe that could be a big win to the resume.
Right.
But and you still at the end of the day need a big run. You cannot have a first round exit in the Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, that is true. Right now, ESPN has this as a 12 seed in a playing game, but that'll be interesting. The one thing is, if this team finds a way to make the tournament, they're going to be coming in hot on a winning streak. And if this team's coming in hot, and you look at other teams in the past too, when they come in, on a run, that's a team to watch out for.
Right.
So if we do make the tournament, and probably off of either winning the Big 12 or finishing out, probably winning 4 of your last 5 games, and then making it at least to the quarter or semifinals of the Big 12 tournament, this could be a team to watch out for in the NCAA tournament. But they're going to have to get there first.
Yeah, and we've seen them play well. In certain games this season, the talent's always there. It feels like every year Texas can beat teams they have no business beating, and when they're playing well, I mean, they play really good basketball.
Yeah.
It's just there's no doubt that they can make noise in the tournament, but it's just right now I don't even know if they're going to get there, and I think they're in a very tough situation to do that.
Yeah, that is true. They kind of seem to play up and play down to teams, which gives you a lot of close games, and we don't fare well in those games.
Absolutely not.
All right, so let's move on to a brand new segment. This is called Random Question Wheel.
I'm going to be honest.
All
I'm
these
so
questions
nervous for this.
Completely random, just 100% computer generated. Never seen them before. So let's start off. Let's spin the wheel.
I'm very nervous for this.
Oh boy.
Oh, my name's even at the top. Goodness.
All right. Oh, okay. Who would you rather announce your life? Tony Romo, Joe Buck, or Johnny Weir? They're in your ear the rest of your life.
I'm a big Romo guy. I'm a Cowboys fan. I love Romo, but he predicts everything. So I don't know. Honestly, I understand the Joe Buck criticism, but I kind of like Joe Buck, so I might have to go Joe Buck. I love Romo, but I couldn't deal with he's about to make the pizza.
Watch this. He's gonna be rejected by this girl.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't be the first time. So that's a frequent.
It might be handy. Like, that's not gonna happen.
At least I know it's.
Hey, Tony, what's gonna happen if I go for this?
Yeah, no
All right,
kidding.
so Joe Buck.
I'll go Joe Buck.
Joe Buck, okay. A lot of obvious things that'll. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, this will be interesting. Oh, if you could change bodies with a golfer, who would you choose?
Bodies?
Bodies.
Well, Spieth's my guy. I love Spieth.
Got a little bit of a dad bod going.
Yeah, he's got a dad bod. I might go Tiger. Dude, he's jacked. His biceps have biceps now.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude's yoked. So.
But you got to deal with a bad back.
No, I already have a bad back. So I think, you know what? I think you're right. I think that's my easy answer now. I already have a bad back. All
right.
I'll go with Tiger. That dude is yoked.
Tiger Woods. All right, here we go. Next question. Let's get something good. Again, these were all random. I had no idea who came up with these. If you could change names with a golfer, who would you choose?
Change names. I'll go... Well, I would say VJ Singh. VJ Singh is one of my favorite. Or Ernie Els, that's a good one. I'm going to go VJ Singh, but I think right now Dustin Johnson. Oh, actually, no. My answer, Ricky Fowler.
Ricky Fowler.
I love Ricky Fowler. Just the name is such a great name. I got to go Ricky Fowler on that.
All right, next question. Ooh, favorite Thomas Fitch Sports Show member?
Well, are you talking about who's ever been on the show? Or
member. There are 2 members of it. We have one hired unpaid intern.
Who's that unpaid intern?
That would be Wade Adler.
So am I picking between you and Wade?
Absolutely. And he just joined. So
well, Thomas, you're my guy, but Wade is the GOAT. So I'm going to go Wade. Wade has delicious flow. I love Wade's hair. I don't think I've ever told him that, Wade. If you're on Periscope now, I love your hair. And my hair is atrocious right now, so I'm trying to get it similar to what yours is. Sorry, Thomas. I love you, dog, but I'll go. I'll go.
That'll do it for this interview.
I know. I'm probably your least favorite guest to have on the show, but.
All right. Oh, favorite TSTV director. For those of y'all who don't know, Nick and I are both members of Texas Student Television and Sports. So
wait, hold on. Didn't you say you didn't know who wrote these?
No idea. So who?
Thomas. Okay, so someone not in TSTV happened
the computer generated. So who is your Favorite TSTV director?
Like, does that mean like between? Isn't Eric our only director?
Well, in past years.
Of all time.
Yeah. Keep in mind they do watch this.
I know. Well, you don't know Alyssa Killebrew.
I don't.
She was our director my freshman year. And she was awesome. I love Alyssa, but I don't know if I can pick her anymore because she now works at 12th Man Productions in College Station, and just when she was my favorite. But just I think because, and if Alyssa finds that out, she's gonna be so mad at me. But you know what? I'll go with the tie between Alyssa and Elle. And then we'll see. I'll reevaluate at the end of the semester because Eric's just been the director.
That means he doesn't like you.
No,
if you're watching this, Eric does not like you.
Eric has only been it for a couple weeks. I'll go tied with Alyssa and Elle, and it's mostly Elle, but Alyssa would be pissed if I didn't include her. So, just kidding, Alyssa.
Okay, who is your TSTV crush?
Is that actually a question?
Yeah, it is.
Thomas, this is so rigged. It's not even. I know random. You intentionally did this. Are we just talking about like girls like who I think's pretty? Or
I said, who's your TSTV crush? That is the question.
Only pick one. Yeah. I'm scared. I don't want to know who's on this. Who's on the Periscope right now?
It's literally Wade.
She already knows, so I'll say Bailey Abramowitz.
Right.
But she already knows that, so that's okay. I'm not embarrassed to admit that.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. All right. All right. Oh, we've already had that question. Next question. Oh, least favorite nickname you've ever been called?
Okay, so one time in middle school, we had I played on the basketball team. I was on C team, by the way. I'm not good. But we went 19-0 in 2 years. Wow. We never lost a game. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, one time they did starting lineups for us. Yeah. And the guy accidentally said my last name is Kucholtz. And so everyone, because they knew it pissed me off, started calling me Kucholtz.
Oh, well, you're now going to be known Kucholtz at TSTV.
So that one's probably my least favorite.
That is a good one. Oh, who is your Texas sports man crush, current or past?
Who? I know you're not a big fan of him, but Shane Buechele is definitely a man crush.
We are a Team Ellinger podcast.
I know you're a Team Ellinger. We're not talking about on the field performance.
Okay.
But if it's not Shane, I'll go with who? I think Breckenhager with the locks, right?
Hair.
That flow. I don't know how you beat that. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that is good. Mine is Jordan Spieth, by the way.
But you got to admit, Shane Buechele has the best buzz cut you've ever seen. Oh, my. Thomas,
if you're into buzz cuts. Okay. I really need to get these questions to be deleted.
Did Wade ever answer, by the way, about his flow?
He said LOL.
Oh,
okay.
Wade.
We've gotten the same 3 questions. This is not the best wheel, but again, it's all computer generated. So
it's certainly not.
Okay.
I know you had something. Who puts TSTV crush? And come on,
who wins one-on-one, me or LeVar? And you've seen me play. I had 2 points last night, by the way. 1 of 4 shooting.
LeVar's never lost, so
neither have I. I'm 2-0.
I know you can hoop, but LeVar's never lost. So I'm going with the legend LeVar Ball. And by the way, I'm going to say it right now. I am totally a fan of the Big Baller brand.
Wow.
I'm a big BBB guy.
If we played to 21, what's the score?
You and LeVar?
Yeah.
21. Honestly, he doesn't play around. I'll say 21-8.
Oh.
He's intense in the paint. I know LeVar can hoop.
I suck.
So.
How tall are you really? Don't lie.
Okay. I think the correct answer is between 5'9" and 5'10", but just to give myself a little advantage, I think I'm closer to 5'10" than 5'9", but that could be an optimistic answer.
Well, your baseball card lists you at 5'6", so
well, I don't know, but I need to grow, man. I'm 20 years old and I'm still so short. How tall are you?
I'm like 6'3". Oh my god! I'll trade.
I'll
give you an inch.
I'm so tired of being short, dude.
Oh, this is a good question. Jim Nantz or Al Michaels?
These are some good questions.
I told you. Completely random.
Them,
not me.
Except
not
for
me.
Let's go. Al Michaels.
Al Michaels.
Al Michaels.
Okay, that's fair. That's
a
both
tough
incredible,
one. That is a tough one.
But Jim Nantz puts me to sleep on Sunday like nobody's business while watching golf.
Yeah, I really hope I get a LeBron versus Jordan question coming up shortly.
That may or may not be on there somewhere. But we keep getting the same questions. I needed to make one where, let's see. I may just start asking you down the list. Yeah, we're just going to start going down the list because, all right, if you could have one of your teams win a championship, who would it be?
Just because the only team out of all my favorites that has not won a championship is the Texas Rangers. I'll go the Rangers. And I was in St. Louis for Games 6 and 7 in 2011 when we lost, and those are still to this day the worst 2 days of my life. But if everyone had one, I would say Texas football, just because that's who I like the most. But until the Rangers get one, I'll go with the Rangers.
Okay. This is a good one. Rate Aria Bastami on a rate from Bastamios to Round Rock Donuts, or on a scale.
Wow. Whatever the best answer is that one, because Arya's my dog. I love Mr. Bastami.
I think that means Round Rock Donuts.
I'll go I can't go Round Rock Donuts because when that started, that's when he beat me on Crossfire.
That's right.
And I was distraught. Okay. In fact, I still lose sleep over it. But no, I'm just kidding. But I'll go Round Rock Donuts just because it's the max.
Here's our GOAT question. MJ or Kobe?
MJ.
Okay.
MJ.
Breaking news, Nick Kucholtz thinks MJ is the best player of all time.
Okay. Stop it. You set me up.
Okay. Baker Mayfield goes to the Cowboys. Do you still root for
them? No, I'm kidding. I will always love the Cowboys, but if he is ever on the field, I would be okay if he got sacked every single time. I cannot express the displeasure I have for that.
All right, follow-up question. How many beers for Baker Mayfield?
What does he drink or what?
No, how many beers for you, for Baker Mayfield?
What do you mean? How many would I drink or what? To like him or what? No, nod. No, tell me. I want to know.
No, you know. I mean, it's like how many beers would it take
for me to like Baker Mayfield? Well, it depends if I've eaten earlier in the day. Tolerance has gone up, so we'll say. I don't know if I can say that on this show, but I'm not sure where this is going.
My grandparents listen to it.
Oh, great. Well, sorry, Thomas's grandparents and parents and family.
He means one.
We'll say 10. Also depends on how quick I'm drinking them. So, but I'm 23, so it's okay. I'm legal. It's okay.
Just said you were 20 early on. It's my journalism instinct.
Oops. No.
Oh, this is a really good one. I think we might. Yeah, I think this will be the last question. You get 30 minutes in a closed room with a computer. What are you watching? Thomas Fitch Sports Show or College Press Box?
Thomas Fitch Sports Show.
Wow.
Thomas Fitch Sports Show.
Good.
You said Press Box, right?
College Press Box, yeah.
Crossfire is pretty entertaining, but Press Box is fun too. I guess you know what? Even if it was Crossfire, I think I'd still pick the Thomas Fitch Sports Show. This is fun.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so that'll do it for the question wheel. That was successful, very successful. Moving on, women's basketball. They're on a hot streak. I believe they've won 6 straight games. They beat Tech last night. But while they're on the hot streak, they lose Audrey-Ann Caron-Godreau. Huge injury or injured her wrist. Looks like something like a fracture. They haven't announced what it is, but she's out indefinitely, which means Joyner Holmes is going to be stepping up and playing her position. And the good news is Holmes is kind of hitting her stride. She's back from suspension. She got back at the end of December, but she's kind of getting back into the rhythm, back into conditioning. But where it hurts you is just depth. And especially when you're going against, we have Baylor Monday, going against them, lacking that depth in the paint, that's where we'll really be tested, and we'll see if Joyner Holmes can step up and give us the minutes we need without Caron-Godreau. Hopefully she's back for the tournament, but that's 3 or so weeks away. I don't know. Still haven't heard anything about that, but we'll see. Let's move on to the Olympics because Shaun White maybe already had the best moment of the Olympics already. 3 days in, he wins the super pipe with a 97.75, almost perfect. So a couple questions. In this Olympics, is anybody going to be able to top that performance?
Nope. Not that I can imagine. I mean, I think we're also a little biased too just because we've grown up watching
Absolutely.
him. But that was incredible. And again, we were all rooting so passionately for him, but I don't see anyone passing that.
I was so nervous going into that last run, and that first jump, triple, quadruple cork, something 1280.
Do you know how to snowboard?
No.
Dude, I'm so scared I won't even try it. I've never even tried it before.
I've heard it's hard to pick up, but once you get it, it's easier than skiing. But I can't skateboard.
I can't do it.
Like
honestly, I can't do anything.
Yeah,
I'm just not a talented person.
Balance is tough, and it's getting tougher as I get taller. You have a lower center of gravity.
That's true.
Another question. So White puts his name into the argument of greatest Olympian of all time. We've kind of had a little bit of this debate before, but who is the GOAT of all the Olympics, in your opinion?
Winter and summer?
Winter and overall. All the Olympics.
We were talking the other, not just you and me, but a lot of people on TSV about Bolt, or Phelps, or Shaun White. I think a guy we forgot to even mention is Jesse Owens.
That's true.
And obviously, it was so long ago, we didn't, he's not really talked about now, or at least not as much as he should be. But I think, and this isn't biased as an American, I think it's hard to go against Phelps.
Yeah.
Usain Bolt is incredible.
Yeah.
But,
incredible athlete.
I was talking to my roommate about this actually the other day, and he brought up a good point that Bolt only does, 100 or 200 really, or like a relay. And I don't mean to discredit him at all. And I think when you have a lot of these arguments and you have to pick between someone, it seems like you're discrediting the other, and that's not what I intend. But I just think Phelps was doing so many different events.
Oh, absolutely.
I think it's very close.
Yeah.
I'll go with Phelps. Then I'll go Bolt. I think maybe Jesse Owens is right there. But
well, and the impressive thing about Phelps is his longevity.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been competing since 2000, and really started his medal run in 2004. Continued it, through 2016, and Apollo Ono thinks that he's coming back for 2020.
I would not put it past him.
I mean,
honestly.
he's just so athletic. He's a great golfer too, which is no surprise.
Phelps is?
Oh yeah,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a lot of athletes will be good at golf just because they're so good at picking up on the little things and repeating them. But yeah, if he was able to come back in 2020 and even just win like a couple medals, be in the relay and maybe win like the gold in the butterfly. I mean, there would almost be no argument.
Yeah, I think that kind
for
of
a guy who's competed over 20 years in a sport that it's impressive to make it back to the Olympics twice.
Yeah.
So the Olympics still continue, about a week and a half left. So a lot of fun stuff still to watch. Speaking of GOATs, NBA, talking about the Cavs. So since their trade, that wild trade, we talked about that last week. They've won 2 games and they've looked pretty good. You look at the stats of some guys. J.R. Smith has been 50% from the field, 69% from 3. Nice. Rodney Hood, 53%, 50% from the 3-point line, and Clarkson, 62 from the field, 57 from the 3-point line. So they're looking good through 2 games.
Very good.
But is that going to last?
It's certainly not going to last to the extent that they've been playing. I mean, you're not going to beat the Celtics as bad as you did that first game. I believe the first game after the trade was against the Hawks, but the guys didn't play in it, the new guys.
Yeah.
They beat the Hawks, but they're one of the worst teams in basketball.
Right.
The Celtics game was absolutely astonishing, and I didn't get to watch the Thunder game, but I mean, a 37-8-8 game from LeBron, and it looked like all the other guys played really well. I'll admit, I didn't think the Cavs had a chance to beat Golden State before the trade. And even after the trade, I really didn't think they still have a chance. I think watching those 2 games maybe showed something that, wow, the Cavs might be able to compete. I'm still betting my money on Golden State. I don't know how you pick against the Warriors still.
Very
but the Cavs are a very athletic team now. I love watching Clarkson and Rodney Hood. They're gonna be really good, and I think they're gonna. I don't think there's any doubt they win the East.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will disagree with me on that, in the sense that there's certainly an argument that someone else could, but I'm not betting against the Cavs in the East. And I think that was a very good trade deadline for Cleveland.
How much of a role do you think LeBron had playing the GM in that trade deadline?
I mean, I think everyone says LeBron's the best GM in the NBA, as a joke, and I think people exaggerate it a lot, but he certainly has a big part of that. And I think whether you hate LeBron or you love LeBron, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's like the Mavericks. Like, when they make a lot of moves, Dirk Nowitzki is notified on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And no one hates Dirk, because I don't know how you can hate Dirk. And also no one criticizes Dirk for that. Not that Dirk's a GM in any sense, but I think LeBron's earned that right. He's 33 years old, and he's as great as he's still playing. His career's eventually going to come to an end within the next couple of years. He's trying to win. He has nothing to do now other than to catch Jordan.
Yeah.
And he's trying to win championships. And I think Cleveland knows he's probably going to be gone at the end of the season, come July in the offseason. So I think LeBron certainly played a role in that. Maybe not as much as people just assume, saying, LeBron, like I said, LeBron's the best GM in the NBA. But I read an article the other day that they notified him on everything almost, and asked him for his opinion on that. So I don't think they're gonna not do something because LeBron just says no.
Yeah.
But they certainly talked to him about it, I think, beforehand.
Yeah. So you say you think he's gone. Where would he go?
The hot topic right now is Los Angeles to join the Lakers.
Right.
If
I'm
LeBron, I would not do that. If I'm LeBron,
so
James.
you don't.
I'm sorry. I don't even care if they get Paul George too.
So you don't think he went to Isaiah Thomas before the season and said, "Hey, we're going to create this rift, and we're going to sandbag, and then we're going to kick you out, and then create all this cap space for the Lakers, and then I'm going to go over there, and Paul George is going to go over there, and all of a sudden we're going to have a dynasty."
No, I did not think that happened.
Okay, well, just wait till it happens.
A lot of people think he's going to L.A. I'm sure there's a chance, but if I'm LeBron, I would not go. I think a fascinating destination for LeBron would be Philadelphia.
Wow.
With a lot of these young guys. And I know if you get Markelle Fultz back from injury, you have Ben Simmons, you have Joel Embiid. I think that would be intriguing to watch. I think he should find a team in the East and stay in the East. Why not?
Yeah.
They're obviously the weaker conference.
Right.
Why play Steph Curry and Kevin Durant and Draymond Green and Klay Thompson before you even get to the NBA Finals?
Right.
Why be in the same conference as them? And I think I cannot stand the Rockets. I don't like the Rockets at all, but I think that would also be a good spot for him if he wants to win a championship. But I would be very shocked if LeBron ends up going to Los Angeles and be a Laker.
You know what MJ would do? He would
I don't
with the
even want to
Cavs.
hear you.
He would build a team around
Stop
him,
it.
and he would win 6 championships with them without losing one.
You know what? Not even gonna fight you on this one, Tom. It's your show. I'm not gonna fight you on this one.
All right. So final question: how many more titles does LeBron win before he retires?
I'll say one.
One more.
I think he. I don't. And again, I think.
And you don't think it's this year?
I don't think it's. I think Golden State wins it this year again. I'll be curious to see where he goes next year, but. I think he'll get one more.
Yeah.
I think he'll find a way to get one
That would
more.
be a really interesting Sixers team with them.
Yeah.
If he could actually really kind of coach those guys up, and really develop them, I think maybe in 2 or 3 years they could be a really dominant team in the East. That'd be fun to see. Anyways, that's going to do it for us today with the Thomas Fitch Sports Show. Next week we should have some more fun guests from TSTV. We may try out the wheel of questions, computer generated. Again, anyways,
that was fun. That was really fun. Honestly,
Nick, thanks for joining me. Hopefully, we'll see you again at some point.
Appreciate you having me on, dog.
Let go of everything.